I just learned that prayer, as we have been told, is not the correct way to do it. And I thought, you know what, let me share this information with other people who are people who pray and feel like I've been praying, I pray all the time, but I'm not getting results. This is the video that will help you understand where you're going wrong. Well, I hope it will. I think for me, this is very helpful, and I think I was already, aligning to that idea. So it was easy for me to like accept what they are teaching in this book about how to actually pray. So yeah, if you are interested in knowing how to pray the correct way in order for you to see results in your life, stay put. Yeah, stay put, listen in, and hopefully this will help you. I know it's not going to be for everybody, especially if you are religious. This is not going to be for you. If you're religious, just pass. This is not going to be helpful for you. I'm not sure it's going to be easy for you to accept this truth. So let's get into the video. First, before I start with that, the book teaches, and okay, if you don't know about this, everybody is made up of two parts. You are physically focused and at the same time non-physical. You are human and God at the same time. I call us demigods because I like what is this? I like fairy tale movies, and that's where I learned the term demigod. Demigod means that you are a human being and a god all at the same time. So that's what we are. We need to understand that we are human beings and a god all at the same time. So I'm sorry to burst your bubble that there is no, according to my findings, according to my learnings, there is no God out there as you are praying. There's no God out there who's listening in. That thing, or that the God that you are praying to is already inside of you. It is already inside of you. So let me just get into what I'm talking about today is the conscious and the subconscious. So the book explains the conscious as the man and the subconscious as woman. And for me, then I found out what's actually that is saying to me that actually God is a woman. God is not a man. God is a woman. So we've been misinformed about the gender, or yeah, let me know, yeah, the gender of God, because a 5% is your conscious and 95% is the subconscious, and your reality, the situations that you get yourself into, the person that you are, or no, the reality and the people that you attract into your life is because of the subconscious. So for me, I'm saying the subconscious is the God, because the subconscious is the one that actually brings about results. You need to be programming the subconscious. And again, to show you that you are God, or yeah, to show you that you are God, you get to learn by this understanding that God's will is actually your will, because the subconscious is the one that actually brings you results, right? But the subconscious listens to everything that you feed it. It gives you everything that you feed it. It does not give you what you want. It doesn't give you what it wants you to have. It gives you what you are telling it to give you. You get. So the conscious, which is you, you tell the subconscious that I want this and this and this and that, and the subconscious gives it to you. And there is nothing that is impossible for the subconscious to make manifest. Whatever that you want, the subconscious gives it to you. Whatever you want, the subconscious gives it to you. And think about it. Whatever we want, and you see, we are told that you pray to God and God gives you. everything that you want, and there's nothing that is impossible for God. Everything that you want, they give you. And then it also um for me to get to the conclusion that God is a woman, it also explains that the conscious, which is the human form of us, right, is the male. So the male and female energy, obviously the male gives and the female what does what receives. So the male, which is the conscious, gives to the conscious, and the woman what does what receives, and as she receives, she produces to you what you have planted. You go in there and you plant. They explain it as a womb. You go to the womb and you plant the seed, and when you plant the seed, it's going to grow. And like pregnancy, it takes a couple of months for it to what to manifest, but it doesn't mean that the child that is growing inside of you is not there. It's there, it's growing, it's just waiting for the right time to be given birth to. So I know it's a bit confusing maybe to some people, but other people, I'm sure they caught it. So the conscious, which is you tell the conscious, Uti, the subconscious what you want. You program the subconscious. So the subconscious does everything that you want it to do. And the subconscious, how it works with feelings. How you feel about yourself, about a situation, about how you want things to be, the subconscious picks up on that. It does not work with words. You convincing yourself that I'm rich, I'm this. If you don't feel it, if you don't feel how it feels like to be a rich person, the subconscious does not take that. It's going to feel that opposite feeling of, let's say you trying to you don't have money right now, and you're trying to convince yourself that you have money. You're going to say, I have money, but the subconscious, or the backside of you, no, not the subconscious, and you say, as you're saying, I have money, your body, how you feel is saying, nah, we don't feel that way, we don't feel rich. Nah, girl, you ain't rich, we don't feel rich. The subconscious takes how you feel, not what you're saying. So you cannot trick the subconscious with your words. You only give it, you program it with how you feel. So that's done. Now we are going to read a chapter on prayer. So before the prayer chapter, there was sleeping. They were talking about sleeping, how you can program your subconscious through sleep, because when you're sleeping, you're at your relaxed state, you're not really distracted like that. So let's read. Prayer, like sleep, is also an entrance into the subconscious. When you pray, you enter into your closet, and when you have shut your door, pray to your Father which is in secret, and your Father which is in secret shall reward you openly. Prayer is an illusion of sleep which diminishes the impression of the outer world and renders the mind more receptive to suggestion from within. The mind in prayer is in a state of relaxation and receptivity akin to the feeling attained just before dropping off to sleep. Prayer is not so much what you ask for as how you prepare for its reception. Whatsoever things ye desire when ye pray, believe that you have received them, and ye shall have them. The only condition required is that you believe that your prayers are already realized. Your prayer must be answered if you assume the feeling that would be yours where you already in possession of your objective. The moment you accept the wish as an accomplished fact, the subconscious finds means for its realization. So, to pray successfully, then, you must yield to the wish. That is, feel the wish fulfilled. The perfectly disciplined man is always in tune with the wish as an accomplished fact. He knows that consciousness is the one and only reality, that ideas and feelings are facts of consciousness and are as real as objects in space. Therefore, he never entertains a feeling which does not contribute to his happiness. For feelings are the cause of actions and circumstances of his life. On the other hand, the undisciplined man finds it difficult to believe that which is denied by the senses and usually accepts or rejects solely on appearances of the senses. Because of this tendency to rely on the evidence of the senses, it is necessary to shut them out before starting to pray, before attempting to feel that which they deny. Whenever you are in the state of mind, I should like to, but I cannot, the harder you try, the less you are able to yield to the wish. You never attract that which you want, but always attract that which you are conscious of being. Prayer is the art of assuming the feeling of being and having that which you want. When the senses confirm the absence of your wishes, all conscious effort to counteract this suggestion is futile and tends to intensify the suggestion. Prayer is the art of yielding to the wish and not the forcing of the wish. The dominant feeling invariably expresses itself. Prayer must be without effort. In attempting to fix an attitude of mind which is denied by the senses, effort is fatal. To yield successfully to the wish as an accomplished fact, you must create a passive state, a state of reverie or meditative reflection similar to the feeling which precedes sleep. In such a relaxed state, the mind is turned from the objective world and easily senses the reality of a subjective state. It is a state in which you are conscious and quite able to move or open your eyes but have no desire to do so. An easy way to create this passive state is to relax in a comfortable chair or on a bed. If on a bed, lie flat on your back with your head on a level with your body. Close the eyes and imagine that you are sleepy. Feel, I am sleepy, so very sleepy. In a little while, a far away feeling accompanied by a general lassitude and loss of all desire to move envelops you. You feel a pleasant, comfortable rest and not inclined to alter your position, although under other circumstances you would not be at all comfortable. When this passive state is reached, imagine that you have realized your wish, not how it was realized, but simply the wish fulfilled. Imagine in picture form what you desire to achieve in life, then feel yourself having already achieved it. Thoughts produce tiny little speech movements which may be heard in the passive state of prayer as pronouncements from without. However, this degree of passivity is not essential to the realization of your prayer. All that is necessary is to create a passive state and the wish fulfilled. All you can possibly need or desire is already yours. Let's repeat that again. All you can possibly need or desire is already yours. You need no helper to give it to you. You need no helper to give it to you. It is yours now. Call your desires into being by imagining and feeling your wish fulfilled. As the end is accepted, you become totally indifferent as to possible failures. For acceptance of the end wills the means to that end. When you emerge from the moment of prayer, it is as though you were shown the happy and successful end of a play, although you were not shown how that end was achieved. However, having witnessed the end, regardless of any anticlimactic sequence, you remain calm and secure in the knowledge that the end has been perfectly defined. And that is how you pray.